Right. Let's just get that clear. So it's been a while, a couple of weeks. Life gets in the way, but while I've got some time here, let's jump back onto our hobbies app. So where we'd left it off, we're going to let this just do its thing. And we have a Docker Compose. So basically we'd let it run and build the app. I just don't know if it actually worked. Now, I know now that it kind of doesn't. That's just because all I did was run Docker Compose up and it didn't like it. I just wanted to do that because, of course, it's going to download images and stuff like that. So let's just do this. So if I go here and Docker Compose up D, okay, so that has all started. Let's see what it done for implementation notes. It's February 28th, so yeah, it was just over 2 weeks. So this is all blah, blah, blah. API endpoints, so this is all like testing stuff. Oh, let's go to the README. So git clone, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's all good. Generate a secure key. So Docker Compose up build. Okay, so let's do this. And it's tac build. That might be why it didn't work, because I didn't look at the README. I just assumed it would be like a Docker Compose up. So this is still doing its thing. Let me just go to here and I'll just open LazyGit, but I'll move it out of the way for now. Okay, that's stuck in a loop. Right, so let's have a look. Failed to load post CSS config. Failed to load post CSS config. This file has been treated as an ES module because it has .js file extension. App package JSON contains type module. Treat it as a common JavaScript. Rename it with CJS file extension. Let's do this, and we want it in agent. Fix this. Let's see what it does. Right, so I'll fix post CSS. Error indicates that the postcss.config.js file is using common JS syntax but needs to use ES module syntax. Oh, let me check current files. Now I'll convert postcss config to use ES syntax fixed. Converted. Okay, so it says now we can run the build again. And if I just bring this over, we can see here. So it edited the post CSS config.js. So it did actually do what it said. And what I'm going to do, I know I can see that's just gone horribly wrong. So let's just do this. So Claude fixed post CSS dot config.js. Let's push that. Okay, let's give it this. Fix this. Error is shown, blah, blah. Right, all that went a bit too quick. Okay, so that makes it. So it's saying about compatibility, and this is what I've got lazy git open because I can see what it's doing. So it changed the requirements, and it's saying motor was 332, now it's 360. Okay, it thinks that that's fixed it. So let's do that. And just while that's running, let's come here to lazy git and let's stage that commit. So fixed motor version. And we're going to push that. Okay, let's take a quick looky. I'm just opening it in Brave because I have it set with a debugger. Ooh. This is looking promising. It's given us a fun little icon. And so React Router, future flag. React Router will begin wrapping state updates in React version 7. Okay. Just go to network. So we've got enter your username, password, don't have an account, register. Username, Borley test. Enter your email. And password is password 3 at. Actually, let me do one of my favorite little things of opening Notepad. And see. I think that should cover a password. Password cannot be longer than 72 bytes. Truncate manually if necessary. Okay, that's kind of insane. And let's just stop that. Getting an error trying to create an account. So I'm keeping my little super secure password. I mean, it doesn't matter because this is all local anyway, so. Right, this is bcrypt 72 byte limit. I'll update password hashing function, truncate long words. I don't know why, because I'd like about 9 characters there. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Update both password hashing verification functions in security.py to truncate passwords to 72 bytes. Okay. Should we trust it? I mean, it has given us this. So def verified password, plain password string, hash password strings, boolean, verified password against hash, return, password context verified, bcrypt to 72 byte limit, truncate if necessary. Yeah, there must have just been something weird because when it says truncate, that's like shortening it. So right, so we've got this compose up build. Let's go bang. Okay, right, let's go to here, go away. Done poorly. And a login. Okay, poorly. Okay, so let's... .401 unauthorized. Okay, so cannot log in after account creation. Created user poorly. Password used was error given was this. Issue is password truncation logic. I thought it would be that. It didn't sit right with me that it was trying to truncate. Like, it can cause inconsistent behavior. Let me fix it. Probably fix password hashing. Okay, so let's just keep all of that. Let's let it stop. And we're going to go docker compose down tac v. And username is Paulie, Paul at paul.com. That doesn't exist for anyone watching this. Well, it may do. Whoever owns paul.com might. And register. Password cannot be. Let's see, we're getting that. This could be one of those times where AI starts going into an infinite loop. Fix this and it fixes one thing, then it's like, it seems like you have looped back on the errors. I am getting this again. Okay, let's just do keep for that so it can do all that readme stuff. Let's clear that. Docker Compose up build. It's Paul at, let's do example.com. Let's do that password register. So this is very broken because let's just do ABC123. Okay. And ABC123. Yep. See, this is going to get us into that back and forth again. That wonderful thing in AI where it just, okay, I'll fix it. And then it fixes it by breaking something else. And then it's just going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yes, I wonder if I can get it to actually use Fast API. Because that's part of the thing about Fast APIs, you can just hit the APIs directly. Now restart Docker backend. Should we kill everything? Let's just make sure that there's no... Right, so that killed everything. And let's do Docker Compose up build. Do we want to bet money on it's just flipped it back to the, what are we on? Like, I bet it's flipped it back to the authentication error. Okay, so it thinks that it's up and running. So I'm going to do Paul at example.com, and this is going to be our password. Yep. Look at that. Okay. Can you fix this without going back and forth with the last two errors? This is getting annoying. See, here's the other thing. I'm going to replace it with a bulletproof approach. I need to tell it to stop doing this shit. Okay. Is this solution secure, or have you just hacked together something that may work? Jesus Christ. So you're right to question this. The current solution is a hack that just makes the error go away. Jesus Christ. Go with your gut, people. As soon as it said it had done it, like my gut was like, no, it hasn't. This has just done some bullshit that's going to bypass the error. It's not actually fixing it. Like, wow. Wow. I'm actually speechless at that. Wow. So if you're using AI in your applications, it will basically put together bullshit code that bypasses an error, isn't secure, isn't correct. It will just make it up just so that it gets rid of the Jesus. Wow. I'm speechless. Absolutely speechless that it done that. Right. Let's see if it works. Wow. I truly am. This isn't like acting or like being like overly, I don't even know the word. My mind's gone blank that I can't believe it did that. It wrote code just to get around the error, didn't actually fix it. Like, I'm utterly speechless. Sorry, but I need to get a screenshot of that because that is right. I'm going to do the down V. Wow. I hope developers see this, that when they're asking AI to do stuff like this, this is it. Like, Jesus. Hack together some code that just bypasses the error and doesn't actually fix it. Like, I cannot. Seriously, I don't have words. I seriously don't have words. Let's get our password. Password cannot be longer than 32 bytes. Holy shit. I thought you fixed this. To be failing a lot. so it didn't fix it. Right. Does that give you a warm and fuzzy feeling? Let me add a safety net that guarantees it works regardless of what happens upstream. Does anyone else want to start crying yet? Okay, let's stop all of that. We're going to clear just to clear the screen. So we're going to go Docker Compose down V. Then Docker Compose build no cache. I was just checking all that code in. My comment for the push, by the way, was I don't have high hopes for this. So Docker Compose up. Okay. Tell you what, let's just make sure there's nothing getting cached in the browser. So it is localhost 5173. Okay. So far, so good. We got that from there. So we're going to go register an account. And we're going to go Paul at example.com. And let's get our little password here. Do you want to put bets on? Oh, look at that. You are failing miserably at this. Still getting this error. The user's getting the 72 byte error. This is frustrating for them. No fucking shit. So it's my fault because I didn't build the images, but I haven't started the containers. Run Docker Compose up. You mean like the last command that I just fucking ran? Ah, you mean literally the last command that I did run. The fucking thing's gaslighting now. What's the copy? Right, I'll tell you what, let's, because that's going to drive me nuts. Okay, screw it. I was going to say, like, stop asking me. Store passwords. Right, so I'm going to close the browser, reopen it. The reason I do that, I literally have a script in there that deletes all the cache and everything. So this is a clean, as you see, it doesn't even store any history. So this makes sure that the browser is clean. I always use Brave for development so that I know all I have to do is shut it down, open it again, and I know everything is gone. So Paul at example.com. Password is right. Let's give it the full. It happens during Parsnip's internal initialization. Right, update requirements to use compatible versions. Okay, so that's just updated requirements to use bcrypt 322. build. Right, so that kind of looks like maybe it's working. It's the local host, 5173. Here we go. We're going to create an account. Paul Lee, Paul at example.com. Grab our password. Right, finally. Select a hobby from the sidebar or create a new one. Oh, okay. Now that we've finally got somewhere, this is actually nice. New hobby. Hobby name. Slingshot. Describe your hobby. Shooting slingshots, or otherwise known as catapults in some countries. Oh, this is looking good now. Oh, now this is kind of what I was picturing it like. Latex brand name is Tritium. Oh, sorry, the field name is brand. Oh, now look, now we're getting somewhere. The required field, add field. Fields added. Ooh. So this would be thickness. Oh, tritium. Thickness is 0.45. Ooh. Now, I'm going to stop it there because, yeah, that's actually pretty good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to may jump on another time because I want to build some testing. I'll probably go with Playwright, maybe, or I don't. Let's ask it. Right, before we go, I want to know what's best for testing Fast API, because the idea behind Fast API is that you just hit those APIs with scripts. Is it better to just do that or use something like Playwright? I am liking this. Okay, so this seems to be working now. Well done. Give yourself a cookie. You see what I did there? To test this application, is it better to use something like Playwright or just script things with Fast API? So use both. Backend API test, fast API PyTest, best for unit tests, for business logic, blah, blah, blah. Playwright, user workflows, recommended approach. Start with backend tests. They're faster and catch most bugs. Add Playwright for critical flows, skip Playwright for edge cases, test those. Do both. Expand those tests for PyTest and set up Playwright. Now I'm going to have to look out just what it's doing this. Now I'm not going to run these tests today because, yeah. But so that because it's going to be an interesting video and I really want to sit down with it, go from scratch and sort of do what needs to be done to run these tests and sort of analyze it. So yeah, I want to sort of block off a couple of hours to do that. But I'm actually kind of pleased. Like that is how I pictured it. Now there's a lot to put into this and a lot to test, but it's got to where I wanted it to be. If only it wasn't that back and forth until it finally found the error. Yes, that looks good to me. See, once it's done this, what I'm going to do before calling it for the day is say, create a test.md and write a dummy's guide for testing. Because basically that would be like as part of the goal of doing all this is, and I know like no one really does this in their like repos, but the idea behind it is that someone would download this repo and they would be able to start this up by just looking at the README and like doing the commands, the Docker commands, and then to test it, they should be able to just like follow a guide, which is what Playwright effectively does. It runs through all the testing. Do I expect it to get it right? No, I don't expect it to be able to do all the testing and everything, but I'm interested to see what does it put together, because there's a logic in software testing. You have to like think, okay, what is the user going to click on? What could they possibly do? This field is a number. Make sure they don't type in cheese in like all those kinds of things. Like a full QA system. I just wonder, is it just going to touch the surface? Is it going to assume a lot? So I'm going to get it to write out a document of what it's testing and how, and then I'm going to manually do everything in the application to see if it makes some kind of logical sense. Yeah, it's just update readme. Like, fucking hell, did it actually hear me? Look at that. It's create testing.md. Did it fucking hear what I just said? I'm either impressed or very worried. Could be a bit of both, but it literally, like literally as I was saying it, create a test MD and let's have a look at what it's got. Testing cover authentic copy, CRUD categories, items. Can you create a file called manual test.md that gives instructions on testing this manually? Write out everything you put in the testing files, but as a dummies guide for testing hobbies. It be doing things. Yeah, look, it has. Like, it's created all this stuff. So commit. App is now working. Created PyTest and Playwright files plus a manual guide. Okay, so let's do this. Commit manual test file completed, ready for testing. Right, so this is going to be fun. I actually can't wait to do this. Oh, look, it's put checkboxes in there. Ooh, right, so I'm actually kind of excited now to try this. Right, so I'm going to leave it at that. And what I'll do, I'll probably schedule some time at the weekend to actually sit down and go through this bit by bit. But I'm going to make sure everything's saved, checked in, and I'll see you in the next one.